Hi, I'm Alexis, and this is a quick boss guide for Ara'kara, City of Echoes, one of the new dungeons for the War Within. Before we start, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. It'll help my channel grow and I'll be able to put out more content more often. Ara'kara, City of Echoes lies beneath the City of Threads and is the deserted ruins of the city's previous layers. While running through the dungeons, be sure to watch out for these holes or you will fall to your death. I fell here just to show you what happens, promise. The first boss is Avanox. Tank ability is Ferocious Bite, where Avanox leaps to their primary target and unleashes 3 consecutive bites on them, increasing damage taken by 50% for 10 seconds on the final bite. Another ability is Alerting Shrill, which does AoE damage to all players for 3 seconds, as well as summons Starved Crawlers, which fixate on random players, increasing the crawler's damage done by 10% every 3 seconds, so quickly defeat the adds. On Mythic, Avanox will feast on any Starved Crawlers that reach her, increasing her damage done by 50% for 1 minute, and this effect stacks. The last ability to look out for is Gossamer Onslaught, where the boss slings Toxic Web in all directions, inflicting AoE damage every second for 5 seconds. Avoid standing in the vile webbing on the ground, as it reduces movement speed by 30% and inflicts nature damage every second. This effect stacks, and at 10 stacks, the player will be encased in a web, incapacitating them for 10 seconds. Second boss is Anub'zekt. Tank ability is Impale. The boss launches a cone of spikes through the earth, inflicting damage and knocking back all players hit, so avoid this. The boss will also burrow to a random distant player, knocking back and damaging anyone in his path, and does a massive damage and knockback burst when he comes back out. The boss randomly casts Infestation onto players, inflicting nature damage for 5 seconds, which will then turn into a ceaseless swarm and target the next player. At 100 energy, a massive swarm covers the arena. All players must run under the boss for safety. Players will gain 2 stacks of Ceaseless Swarm every second they stay in the green stuff. On Mythic, Bloodstained Web Mages will attempt to trap players in webbing, immobilizing them and increasing nature damage taken by 15% for 15 seconds. The final boss is Ki Katal the Harvester. Bloodworkers are running around during the fight and won't attack you. However, damaging them will cause them to flee and leave a black blood pool on the ground. Stepping in this will root the target in place for 1 minute, with shadow damage ticking every second. Other players will need to destroy the black blood to free the rooted player. On Mythic, the black blood pool is absorbed after a player steps in it. The first boss ability is Erupting Webs. Avoid the swirlies on the floor, as these cause damage and stun players for 6 seconds. Cosmic Singularity. The boss pulls in all players at the end of the cast, and any players within 10 yards suffer massive shadow damage and are knocked away, leaving a faded debuff which reduces damage done by 75% and increases damage taken by 75% for 12 seconds. The trick here is to stand in the black blood pool to avoid getting sucked in. And lastly, on Mythic, the boss injects a growing poison on all players, damaging players for 8 seconds. When removed, it erupts in waves which can one-shot players that are in the way. And that is the overall guide on how to defeat the bosses in Ara'kara, City of Echoes. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Good luck in your dungeon adventures, and thank you for watching.